Hey, it's Aaron Kushler and welcome to another video from EBSC. In today's video, I want to share with you the one reason most people are so confused, unmotivated and unfulfilled when it comes to their training. And of course, what you can do to change that. The health and fitness industry is flooded with a whole bunch of mixed messages that sound good to one person but completely repel another. Finding out what motivates you is key to your success. It will save you a lot of time, a lot of frustration, especially if the people that are surrounding you have different goals to you but are telling you what you should do. If your training feels a little stale, uninspiring, and just plain straight up boring, chances are you may need to reassess where you're at and where you're actually headed doing what you're doing. I like to look at it like a bit of a continuum where you've got two major opposing points and you have a baseline, which is the middle of the 2 points. I've got a diagram just behind me on the board here, which will make it a lot more clear and a lot easier for you to understand. So as you can see behind me, I've got a big diagram. This is to represent basically an iceberg as you would see it from a cross-sectional view. So if we were looking at below the water and above the water. For argument's sake, let's use health and fitness as our baseline level. So this is the level of the water. Basically, the reason we're doing that is if you actually look up the definition of health, it means soundness of body or mind, the absence of sickness or ailment. So basically, we're not sick, we're maintaining good health. And fitness, the number one definition of fitness is health. So that they're very closely linked. So we're going to use that as our baseline. You see two opposing ends. So down the bottom here, we've got sickness, and at the top, we've got performance. Looking at it this way allows you to quickly identify the two opposing ends and also the messaging that is associated with that. There are two types of motivation, and you've probably heard this coined another way, the carrot or the stick. Are you more motivated to move towards something or motivated to move away from something? The key is to determine what motivates you. Are you more motivated to move away from a situation, such as developing diseases associated with an unhealthy lifestyle? What we're talking about on the diagram here, if we're at this situation here, we're faced with type 2 diabetes, obesity, sedentary lifestyle, cardiovascular disease, things of that nature. Or on the other hand, are you more motivated towards moving towards a situation? So in the example with the iceberg here, we've got performance up the top. Are you more drawn to chase that performance? So I really want to. What can I do? It's a high priority for you. You're striving towards. This can look as simple as wanting to compete, testing out the abilities that you do have in a competition setting. The easy way to quickly work this out is just have a think about what you say on a daily basis. As more often than not, these actually give you a true indication as to what motivates you. There's no good or bad here. It's just determining and clarifying for you as to which motivates you more so that you can use that to drive you towards your goals. For example, let's say you say to yourself, I don't want to be unhealthy, I don't want to be lazy, and I don't want to have bad mobility. There's a good chance there that you're motivated away from a situation. So you don't want to have those things. I don't want to. What that looks like on our diagram here is that you're moving away from sickness. You're trying to avoid this situation here. On the other hand, if you say to yourself on a daily basis things like, I want to get stronger, I want to compete in a competition, and I want to be able to do that, chances are you're moving towards a situation. So that sort of motivation appeals more to you. On our diagram again, we're moving towards this ideal situation here. Here's where things get a little bit confusing for a lot of people. We're constantly met with messages of, you don't want to have type 2 diabetes, you don't want to be unhealthy, don't do this, don't do that. It's very much moving away from this situation, and that's fine. And for 95% of the population, that's what they want to do. They want to avoid this situation and get back to health and fitness at a baseline level where we're free from sickness. At this level, what we're really looking at is living an active lifestyle. What's the minimum amount of exercise that I can do that's going to give me the benefits associated with this lifestyle? We're also talking about health-focused goals. So we're not really concerned with performance at this point, which is what the health and fitness industry predominantly targets. However, like we said in the beginning, what sounds great to one person might repel another person. And for a small percentage of the population, roughly about 5%, this sort of stuff does not actually appeal to them. They want to go further than that. They want to pursue performance. So they're moving beyond health and fitness. They really want to make things a priority in their life. So this looks like making training a priority. It's one of the high priorities. So their lifestyle is built around their training, which is designed to get them to a specific goal. Based on what you can do, it's that desire to achieve more. So really feeding that desire for more. So what does this mean for you? Well, basically this outlines the two motivations, so that we've got moving towards and moving away. And once you know what motivation you sway towards, it's going to be a lot clearer for you as to what the next steps are in order to find motivation and fulfillment in your training. For example, if you have goals of performance and you're training alongside others who just have goals of health and fitness, not that there's anything wrong with that, you may find that over time you get a little bit confused and it's not as fulfilling. The fix to that is you need to find people who have similar goals to you that can help lift you up when the times get tough and be there to support you on your journey. The same can be actually said for goals of health and fitness. So if you are moving away from sickness and you're hanging around a lot of people who are sick due to choices of their own, chances are that's going to sway your motivation as well. You're not going to be as motivated to move away from that. You need to be around people who have attained the same goal or are on the journey that you're on. So goals of having health and fitness. So I hope that really cleared it up for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you're keen to learn more about how to get strong for CrossFit or for strongman, feel free to join my free Facebook group where we're discussing all things strength related. You can find all the information just down below. Until then, I'll see you next time.